Hello, this is my AMI Model A from 1946, 45-46. I bought this probably 12 years ago. It was in rough shape, but it was all there, except for those jewels. I took it down to bare wood, took everything off, polished everything as good as I could, cleaned everything, painted where I could paint, made repairs, and it's working perfectly now. It is on free play. There's no coin mechanism in here. These jewels are like hen's teeth to find, so I actually made these from half round pieces of plastic, and I painted the back side of them, and they work well. I think they look pretty good. And as you can see, the colors change on the right and left, and you'll see in a minute how that's done with the rotating lenses. And I'll turn the lights off here in a moment so you can get the full effect. This, I was able to find a replacement. The other one was a dull aluminum, and this one's chromed. It's a nice little belt buckle. And the plastics are all in good shape. I made a couple small repairs. The chrome is a little bit pitted, but not flaking, which is nice. I recovered the speaker. This used to be black, and I used the same gold as the curtains inside for that. Gets that effect. And the fins are actually an aluminum that wasn't chromed. I believe the first early models of this weren't chromed. Later on ones were, but they're nice and polished up and looking nice. The selections, I have a full rack. See if we can focus a little bit. You can get an idea of what I have in here. It comes with all of these records, so it's ready to roll. Let me come over here. I wanted to keep it a little vintage. See if I can focus a little bit more. There we go. I wanted to keep it vintage with the records. Somewhere a little, little pre-World War II, post-World War II, into the mid-50s maybe. I think is about the oldest one I have. I do have a very nice God Bless the Child by Billie Holiday as my #1 selection. That's a valuable record. Here's looking into the machine. See if I can get a little angle on that so it doesn't reflect too much. And let's go ahead. I'm going to stop the video for a second so I can turn off the light. The machine again with the lights in the room off. You can see it's very pretty. And now you can see the rotating colors much better. This machine was in my man cave, which is just about 10 feet away for its entire life. I just brought it out to clean it up. I got another jukebox that took its place, a 45 jukebox. But it's been in a nice dry environment, clean environment. Let's see, there we go. See inside. Not sure if you can see the curtains on the side. Very theatrical. The curtains in the back. The mirror is reflecting off to some degree anyway. So let's play a song and see what it sounds like. There's the rack.
little kiss. Who'd have thought I'd be caught with a feeling like this? I'm spinning in the happiest haze and dancing in the dappiest days. Out of sight, never be out of sight. In my arms, cuddled up every night. My heart is palpitating, so much it'll break. You were touching me, and honey, I quiver and quake. And ever since we're dating, I shiver and shake. What a sign of you, though I try, no can do. Out of breath.
Okay, here's the look at the back of the unit with the door open. So there's the one and only speaker. It's probably a 15-inch, something like that. Pretty nice. It's all newly painted on the inside. The outside I left rough, just put a little stain on it. Here's the inside looking towards the front, the mechanism. I put the new draperies on there. They're sparkly, they're glittery, very nice. The other ones were just deteriorated where they couldn't be used. There's the play, the record being played wheel. And instead of trying to buy colored fluorescents, I bought these covers. If you can see, they're actually plastic covers that go over the regular tube and worked quite well. A lot less expensive than trying to buy or even find colored fluorescent tubes. The turntable has been reflocked. Reflocked that. Everything has been taken apart down to the wood in this jukebox. Everything's been cleaned, lubricated, checked, replaced parts that were necessary, such. A full rack of records, which you saw from the front. And this tray comes out right here and gives you full access to everything. I put a little sign there because I put a couple wood screws there and there just to keep the tray from moving too far in, because if it moves too far in, it might catch the number dial. Then we go down, and here's the power supply and amp. I recapped it, got a kit and recapped it. I don't think I had to replace a tube. I might have. I can't remember now. There are the rotating color wheels, which you saw from the front. I replaced all the ballasts and transformers for the fluorescence, so that won't be an issue. I repainted what parts I could. Some of them I left original color. I left that original, just cleaned it up. Bass and treble. I don't know what the P and PN stands for, but PN is the only one that really kind of works. The other one is very muted. Had no trouble with the amp or any part in that regard. And here's the inside of the door. You can see the new drapery. The mirror, as you can see, is pitted. But the lettering was still good, so I didn't touch it. I didn't want to replace it. I wanted to keep the lettering. And it just slides in, so if you wanted to replace it with just a mirror, you can. And there's a vent that goes out. again, top to bottom from the outside. The only lock on it is that, because that's all you need. It came with the unit, so I just left it. Looks just fine. All the controls down there. Let me show you the wood. So the veneer is still good. None of it's coming off. The only thing it got, I'm not sure if you can see it, a little stippled. I think maybe it got exposed to some heat somewhere along the way. But so it's a little rough, but it looks good. It took some stain and looks very clean. Here's the mechanism working. The tray moves for the selection. Very interesting. Has fingers below that catch the choice.
With a feeling like this, I'm spinning in the happiest haze and dancing in the dappiest day.
I found a replacement cartridge. Works much better than the one that was in it after doing a lot of research. So it's a new cartridge, new needle. Not much play on it. I'd say maybe 40 hours tops. I didn't play this machine too much. I showed it off when people came over. But I didn't play it too much since I fixed it all up. The speaker is open in the back, and you heard what it sounded like. It actually is very nice because the sound will come off the back wall from the speaker coming through the grate. So it adds to the volume and overall sound.